Let's start out by introducing yourself and the character you play, and a little bit about your character.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm Parker Irwin. I play Ralphie Parker, and I'm 11 years old. And my character is kind of like a modern day kid, normal family.
I'm Kira Lace Hawkins. I'm playing the mother. That's her name. And again, kind of classic late 40s post-depression housewife.
Now, this is a musical of a well-known movie that was based on a series of stories. What do you think it is about the original movie that made it so popular that people wanted to turn it into a musical? I mean, and people still watch it on TV. And what's the thing about it that makes people want to watch this thing over and over every Christmas?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it just has that joy that people want to watch on Christmas. That feel good kind of movie.
I think that's right, yeah. And, it wasn't terribly popular when it was in the movie theaters. Kind of tanked and then became kind of this cult classic, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that the black comedy of it, like the off-kilter, normal family, mistakes happening all over the place, I think that's kind of fun and was a little bit new for this, when the movie came out in the 80s, I think.
83,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, and maybe something that hadn't been done all that often, which is why it didn't do well at first, but then people were like, oh, this is really fun to see a really normal family kind of go through the craziness that is always every family's Christmas. And as far as making it into a musical, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think the music adds to it?
Well, it did get 3 Tony nominations: Best, I wrote it down, Musical, Book of a Musical, and Best Original Score. So the music must be pretty good in it?
Oh, it's great. It's Pasek and Paul. They're these U of M grads, Michigan. And, they did another Broadway show called Edges, and I think that's been their main thing. But it's modern. It's kind of tough, isn't it, musically? It's been tough to learn and kind of modern and good.
How would you characterize it? Is all the music fast? Is it slow? Is it kind of 80s?
Most of it's upbeat, and there's only, one of their songs is kind of...
I get the slow songs. It's not era specific. So, we're still based in the kind of post-depression era, and the music is just kind of classic Broadway, fun, lots of different styles too. A lot of it comes out of Ralphie's imagination, a lot of the musical numbers, so the music is tailored to whatever mood that piece is in.
Okay. Well, what kind of mood is Ralphie often in?
An anxious, kind of excited feeling. He really wants to get a Red Ryder BB gun, keeps praying and praying and praying, and he has these little dream sequences about saving people and using the gun. So, usually,
You're not too far away from Ralphie's age. What is it about the BB gun that Ralphie wants it so bad?
Yeah, what do you think about when you think about wanting that gun?
Probably just I could be the kid in the neighborhood who's got this gun, and he's super brave and tough, and no one's gonna mess with him.
And I think you talk a lot about saving people too, right? Yeah, like if your teacher gets in trouble, you can fend off the bad guys. Yeah, get there on the double.
So he probably grew up to be a cop eventually, right, or
there
something?
Something at the end.
Now, since it's based on a movie, how different, I guess, is the musical from the movie? Or are they pretty similar? Or?
They're fairly similar. There are some new things.
And mostly just because, of course, they need musical numbers and dance numbers. But those really just add to the fun. But, a lot of times with musicals made out of movies, you can lose some kind of iconic moments, but this one keeps them all. If you love a part of the movie, it's going to be on the stage.
So does your tongue stick to a pole?
Not mine. Schwartz's does.
Schwartz's. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah, there's a whole song about it.
Well, what's your favorite part of the musical?
My favorite part of the musical is Major Award, when all the Frangie lamps are dancing around on the stage.
Was it? Yeah, I mean, why is that? I haven't seen the musical version, so.
There's something about it that always makes me laugh or smile. Just the choreography is amazing.
Yeah, if you remember the movie, the dad wins this horrendous lamp. I believe it's a little bit right here. And so there's a surprise in the musical, a surprise number where a numerous amount of these lamps come out on stage and do lots of choreography.
Wow, that alone should make it interesting.
Yeah.
And this all takes place in Indiana. Is it Fort Wayne-ish? Or?
Yeah, well, the author grew up in, it starts with an H, Holman?
Yeah. Holman, Indiana.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But here it's called something different. In the musical it's called... Anyways, yeah, Indiana.
Indiana.
Is it Southern Indiana? I just moved here. Indiana.
So being in Indiana, does that make it more relatable to you? I mean... Or is it like so kind of generic, for lack of a better word, that it could be anywhere?
I've always lived here, so it's just kind of a normal.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's definitely relatable to all-American story. But there is a really special song that the kids sang the night before Christmas called "Somewhere Hovering Over Indiana." That, my friends are doing this show in Minneapolis, and I just think they're not quite getting the same experience that we will here, because it's true, we're singing about Indiana, and we're right here. It's great.
Okay, cool. So, what do you want for Christmas, Parker?
Like, in real life?
In real life. What does Parker want, not Ralphie?
I don't know.
No BB guns for you?
No. I am getting a BB gun. I'm getting a Red Ryder BB gun. I went to the Christmas Story house and I saw it and I said, I have to have that. I don't get it till Christmas. I will use it. There's a muskrat in our backyard.
Don't shoot any animals.
What about you? What do you want for Christmas?
Well, we just moved into a new house, so I think I want a turntable for my records.
Nice.
We'll see if Santa brings that.
We'll post this on YouTube. We'll see. Awesome. But, anything else about this show that people should know? It's very family oriented, obviously. What else can you tell about the show that maybe make people come out and bring their family out? And
it's really funny.
Yeah, I think really excited to see these kids. There are lots of musicals that have kid involvement, but here there are entire huge numbers where the kids are doing all the choreography, all the singing, and they're fabulous. We're so lucky, and they're all local. I don't know. I haven't really been in many places with this concentrated amount of local young talent. It's awesome.
Cool. So how big of a cast is this?
There are 13 kids.
And I think like 11 or 12 adults.
Yeah, adults.
Okay, so it's a midsummer kind of show.
Yeah,
cool. And Parker, you've been in a few Wagon Wheel shows now, haven't you? How many shows is this for you? 7. Cool.
He's an old
And just so other people know, what other shows have you been in?
I have been in Oliver, The Sound of Music, The Nerd, Gypsy, Mary Poppins. I was in one other one, I forget what it was called, and then I was in one junior show here. That was Wagon Wheel Center.
Okay. So, what do you like about performing here?
I don't have to worry about okay, it's hard for me to explain this. I've liked to act since I was in, kindergarten, so this just kind of lets me be myself and who I am.
Okay. And you like working with people like Kira?
Yeah, I like working with adults a lot more than I do with other people.
He's a little 40-year-old trapped in a 11-year-old body.
Nice. And Kira, you've been here 3 years, 4 years?
Well, actually, my first show was 7 years ago.
Okay.
The holiday show 7 years ago. And yeah, my husband lives in North Manchester. My husband is from North Manchester, so we moved back there. So now I'm a local. I'm a local gal.
So local, yeah. And usually in the past, a lot of the Christmas shows were Annie or A Christmas Carol, or but now they're just kind of totally new for this Christmas.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a plus for the Wagon Wheel, right?
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun, and this is it has to do with when A Christmas Story was on Broadway. I think 2011, and then the rights have just kind of gone out. So it's a really hot, new, great thing to bring to Warsaw.
And Wagon Wheel kind of one of the first to kind of do it regionally.
Yeah, somewhere around.
Something like that. Okay.
We weren't the first because I was in Cleveland and they already had posters up saying buying tickets.
There you go.
Made me really sad.
That's all right. We can just spread the love.
Well, I think that's it. Unless you can think of anything else about the show, because it's been a while since I've seen the movie, and I was reading beforehand, and I haven't seen the musical version yet. So
yeah, it's just it's a great way to get into the holiday spirit.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you both very, very much.
Thank you, David.